If I'm gonna die or ever be a sacrifice, I want to make sure that my life made at least 5 million kids happy.
Do you want to win any of these items on your screen? If so, be sure to watch the whole video, leave a like, and comment the hidden message. And with that being said, let's get right into the video.
Is XXXTentacion really still alive? Right now, the internet is ablaze with headlines claiming that famed rapper XXXTentacion is alive. The background: Jahseh Dwayne Ricardo Onfroy, better known by his stage name XXXTentacion, burst onto the scene with his chart-topping hit Look at Me in 2017 and was on a meteoric rise to fame. However, on June 18, 2018, he was robbed and gunned down while leaving a motorcycle dealership in Deerfield Beach, Florida. The assailants blocked Tentacion's vehicle with their own and ran to the passenger side window. After robbing him at gunpoint, the attackers fired multiple shots at him and quickly fled the scene. He was rushed to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead around 5:30 p.m. Eastern. One man has since been arrested and charged for participating in Tentacion's murder. However, 2 suspects are still at large. His music had been described as depressing and at times devastating, and many of his songs brought attention to mental health issues in an effort to raise awareness. He was known for having an extremely active and supportive fan base, and his official YouTube account still maintains over 21 million subscribers. In his short career, he produced multiple top 10 hits and a #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100. He also won the BET Hip Hop Awards Best New Hip Hop Artist in 2018, as well as Favorite Album from the American Music Awards for his debut album 17. The Conspiracies. With as large of an impact as Tentacion had on the hip hop scene, it's easy to understand that so many of his fans still have a hard time believing he's no longer alive. This has led to a large number of conspiracies and rumors claiming that he is, in fact, not dead. Many people cite CCTV footage of his murder as evidence that it was staged in some way. Skeptics claim that the person seen fleeing his car does not have the same facial tattoos that Tentacion had, and reference multiple Instagram live videos he posted shortly before the incident where he discusses his own death, but more on those in a few. There were also multiple articles written recently claiming that he was spotted alive in the woods of Florida. Almost all of these articles were eerily similar, and most gave a specific location where he was said to have been spotted. All of these articles have since been discredited as fake news, but that hasn't stopped the rumor mill at all. The most interesting of these articles came from Trend News, which claimed that XXXTentacion had faked his own death in an attempt to punk his fans for an upcoming concept album, which was to be named The Dangers of Fake News. Another similar article claims that since being found, Tentacion will have to serve 6 months in jail for faking his death. I imagine this is supposed to explain why we still haven't seen him if he is alive. Trend News, however, is an aggregate news site that allows anyone to write articles, so these rumors should be taken with a grain of salt. 10 days after his death, Tentacion's family held an open casket service for fans and friends to pay their respects to the now deceased artist, and a few days later held a private service where fellow musicians Lil Yachty, Lil Uzi Vert, and Erykah Badu were in attendance. XXXTentacion was laid to rest in a mausoleum at Gardens of Boca Raton Memorial Park in Boca Raton, Florida. Now to those Instagram live videos. Shortly after his death, multiple copies of videos Tentacion had made discussing his own death and the hope that he would leave behind a legacy of inspiration began circulating online. One of the videos seems to have been filmed in his car, which led people to believe that they had been recorded and streamed right before his death. If it were true, Tentacion speaking of his own death only minutes before it occurred would seem rather coincidental and would feed the idea that he staged his own murder. However, all of the Instagram live videos were from months previous to his murder. It's no secret that XXXTentacion was known as an inspirational advocate for mental health issues, which he spoke about in these videos. He proclaimed that when he dies, he hopes he has made at least 5 million kids happy or helped them find some sort of answer or resolve in my life. I would say he's inspired many more than that. XXXTentacion also made headlines in 2017 over a video that he posted depicting himself committing suicide. The internet went crazy while trying to figure out if he was alive or not. They didn't have to wait very long because shortly after the video appeared, Tentacion posted a response telling everyone to calm down and relax. He stated the clip was for a music video he was producing. This turned out to be true and was used as a publicity stunt to bring attention to the video for his breakout song Look at Me, which premiered shortly after. Another large and eerie coincidence is the posthumous music video that was released for his #1 song, Sad. The video depicted Tentacion walking down the aisle towards a casket at his own funeral and was released on the day of his actual funeral. In the video, Tentacion walks slowly up to his casket, and before the song even begins, captions appear under the video asking the viewer, "Why do you love and why do you hate?" But perhaps the most meaningful, humans must learn to love and compromise rather than destroy. As the song begins, the dead version of Tentacion springs back to life, jumping from the coffin. The living version of him reacts surprisedly, and they fight with each other in a karate-like style while the haunting first lines of the song play out. Most notably, the word suicide repeats multiple times throughout the verse. The video had been filmed months previous to his death, and fans are right to be baffled by the insane coincidences shown in it. Though for a rapper whose genre had sometimes been described as emo rap, and was known for his outspoken support of mental health issues, it seems only fitting that his videos and creative influences would be rooted in dark places. All of these things may seem too real to be coincidences, but they are. This music video has a creepy and ominous feel to it, made all the more interesting by the idea that he basically predicted his own death months before it happened, and that it was ultimately released on the day of his real-world funeral. If you search YouTube for XXXTentacion still alive today, you will be confronted with countless videos claiming to have proof that he never died. All of these videos build off of the fake articles and doctored videos that others have released since his passing. It seems that all of these rumors and conspiracies stem from a systematic misuse of footage and news articles. Old videos have been repurposed to seem current, fake articles have spread like wildfire, and even after his death was confirmed by the police department in Deerfield Beach, people still believe he may be alive. Similarities to other conspiracies. The first thing that comes to my mind is the similarity to rumors that still surround Tupac and his death. Many people believe Tupac is still alive, and there are countless videos all over the web that show lookalikes out and about today. I believe it really comes down to the legacy of XXXTentacion. Much like Tupac, Tentacion had garnered a huge following and became something of a legend in his field before his passing. When an artist gains so much clout and has such a large influence over the musical landscape of their time, it becomes extremely difficult for fans to deal with their passing, especially for someone so young and full of talent. These rumors begin to spread because fans truly wish that there was some way the person could still be alive. And with how many people Tentacion inspired around the world, I don't see these rumor mills winding down anytime soon. Controversy surrounding Onfroy. While Tentacion found success and fame with his music, that doesn't mean he wasn't wrapped up in controversy as well. At the same time of his death, Tentacion was awaiting trial and facing multiple criminal charges, including false imprisonment and witness tampering. Probably the largest controversy surrounding him had to do with battery and assault. In July 2016, he entered the home of an Orlando resident and attacked the man before stealing multiple items from the home. He was arrested and after a lengthy trial was sentenced to house arrest on December 20th, 2017. He had only been released from house arrest for 3 months before his murder in June 2018. Before his death, a Snapchat video was released showing him hitting a woman in 2013. His lawyers claimed the video was obviously in jest, and eventually the woman came forward and admitted that her and her family had attempted to extort money from Tentacion to keep her silent. All of the charges in this case were dropped following his death. Personal life. Jahseh Dwayne Ricardo Onfroy was only 20 years old at the time of his death, which is truly sad regardless of the controversy surrounding him. Onfroy was also very public about his battle with depression, however, he seemed to be in a good place. Only 4 months before his murder, he made a post on Instagram stating that he was about to return to school and later said that he was attending classes at a community college in order to get his GED. He had also been in a relationship with Genesis Sanchez, who was confirmed to have been carrying his child shortly after his death. Jahseh Onfroy was born healthy on January 26, 2019, 3 days after what would have been Tentacion's 21st birthday. Tentacion is survived by his mother and 2 half-siblings. Conclusion. So what do you believe? Could XXXTentacion still be out there somewhere? Is he truly dead and buried? Will his concept album really drop later this year and he'll return from the shadows? All of the facts point to him truly being dead. But as time goes on, his fans still won't relinquish the idea of him being alive. While there are many legitimate coincidences surrounding his life and death, XXXTentacion was an artist at heart and by the looks of it, a deeply haunted one. Many of his songs were about suicide, loss, anger, and mental illness, but he peeled away at his own issues in order to help others live a more positive and fulfilling life. It was also announced in early June of this year that a documentary about Onfroy is to be released soon and will feature footage of him discussing his life. Maybe we'll get some more insight when it debuts. One thing is for sure though, his legacy will never be forgotten and his music will continue to inspire. If Tentacion is still alive, he may very well have pulled off the greatest publicity stunt the music industry has ever seen. but only time will tell.
A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.